Hey everyone, if you're new here, my name is Pip and I make fitness content. Today I thought I would hop on just to discuss a topic which I was having with a client of mine recently in regards to weight gain, obsessing over the scales, which is something that I think a lot of people, especially on their fitness journey and weight loss journey, can struggle with. So I'm here to break down a few myths and a few stigmas to hopefully give you a little bit of reassurance and understanding of why the weight might fluctuate so much day to day, so you don't feel discouraged on your weight loss journey. You do not need to be obsessing over the scales on a regular basis, and you definitely do not need to think that the number on the scales that you are seeing dictates your progress. There are so many other ways and more accurate ways that actually represent your progress, your journey, and how far you've come. So if you're thinking, why does my weight keep fluctuating? Am I putting on weight? Should I have eaten that one chocolate bar? Is that now why I've put on 2 kgs? No. Just because the number on the scale has increased, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's purely fat. Weight can fluctuate between 1 to 3 kilos per day, depending on things like water retention and hormones. When I say the smallest things can make a big difference when it comes to scales. So for example, you could have consumed more salt one day than the next. You could have done a super intense workout that day and not the next. Even the rate that you're digesting food will show up on the scales. Hormones, as women, is a massive thing. Depending on whereabouts you are on the cycle, will also change. Just because you're seeing an increase when you step on the scales, that doesn't automatically mean that it's all fat and you just gained a ton of fat overnight, or that one meal has completely thrown you off your whole weight loss journey. Better indicators of progress can be things such as fitting into clothes that you haven't fitted in years, increased energy levels, getting stronger, being able to run for longer, taking progress pictures so you can visualize where you've lost fat and where you've gained muscle. These are far more effective and valuable ways of tracking your progress that have nothing to do with a number on a scale. Another reason why fixating on a number on a scale might not always be that productive is because it doesn't take into consideration your actual goals and how your body has actually changed. So you might have lost a ton of fat, but also been able to build enough muscle through your training. And of course, muscle weighs something. So even if you've lost that fat, but you've gained your muscle, it might not change that much on the scales. However, you might look completely different. Fixating on your weight can be incredibly discouraging. So unless you're competing for a specific sport, try not to monitor it too much. So the next time you start to doubt yourself and start having those negative conversations with yourself, I really want you to sit back and reflect on the other factors that I've mentioned. So can I now fit into a size that I never used to be able to fit into? Do my clothes now sit more comfortably on me, or do I need to buy new clothes because my old ones are too big for me? Can I now go for a run instead of wheezing after 30 seconds? Am I able to run up a flight of stairs without being out of breath? Can I now do the exercises that once felt so intimidating to me or so far away from being able to do? Am I stronger? Can I lift heavier? Can I keep up with other people in class when maybe I used to feel self-conscious and struggle and stay at the back? And more importantly than anything, think to yourself, am I still showing up? Am I still trying? And would previous me have given up at this point, or would have just let this number throw off everything I've ever done and just given? Because the main thing is that you're showing up and you're trying, and that says a lot about you, your goals, and why you're here. I really want you to think about why you started and why it matters and why continuing on this journey is so important. Because the only way that you're ever going to fail is if you quit. You're a lot more capable than you think, and your abilities are limitless. So I really want you to channel that energy, try your best, keep going. If you found this video useful and you would like some further fitness and health tips and advice, please feel free to drop me a message. I post a lot more on my Instagram, and I will be replying to all of my messages if you do drop me a DM. If not, you can always comment below on this video and I will happily respond.